Hello and welcome. My name is David Smart, and this is a quick tutorial on how to use Blackboard. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to access Blackboard, contact your students, send them an announcement, and even add an activity for them to do. Well, as you can see, I'm already on the university's home page. The first thing you need to do is click on your portal. Once you're on the portal, like the students, you'll enter your username and your password, usuario and contraseña, and you'll enter. As you can see, I am now in the portal, and the choices I have are basically listed here at the top. Since we want access to Blackboard, we're going to go to My Services, or Mis Servicios. Here we are. As you can see, there's quite a lot of options to choose from. But for now, as promised, we're going to go to Blackboard, which is in Mis Cursos Catálogo Web y Aula Virtual. When you click here, then you'll be brought to My Courses. This semester, I'm teaching these three different groups. You can identify each class by simply looking at the last 6 numbers. Of course, IGL stands for Inglés, and I teach English. 4900 represents the level. I teach 2 level 3 classes and a level 4 class. How I identify my 2 different classes in level 3 is the last 2 digits. So this is group 7 and this is group 17. For today's tutorial, we're going to look at group 7. Right away, I'm brought to the home page, and I'd like to bring your attention to these 3 options here. We're going to contact our students by sending them email, an announcement, and we're also going to send them an activity. So the first thing first, email. Click on Correo and you can send an email to all your students by simply clicking on All Student Users. Thankfully, Blackboard has already created a mailing list according to the students that are assigned to your class. Also, it automatically puts in your email address. So really all you need to do is put in information like a subject. Not all your students attend all your classes. It might be a good idea to send them an email letting them know or reminding them when the next test is. Alright then, so I've completed my email and I'm going to send it. I can add attachments, but I don't have an attachment for now. I simply click Submit. Now, sending an announcement. Instead of sending an email, you can also send announcements which will reach all of your students in a particular class. As you can see, I've already created some announcements for my students from day 1. If you want to create an announcement, simply click on Create an Announcement. Give your announcement a title. You can change the color if you want. I don't want to alarm my students too much, so I'm simply going to click green. It's a nice friendly color. And now you can enter all kinds of information here. It's a text editor, much in the same way as Word is. You can also add an attachment. You can make a video. You can insert an image and even a video as well. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with my typing, so I'm going to pause the video here. Alright then, there's my brief announcement to my students to remind them about the listening assessment that's coming up next week. You can set up dates when you want something sent out, or you can just simply have it sent immediately. Since it's an announcement, I'm not going to restrict the date, and I'm simply going to submit. And there you have it. Alright then, the last thing we're going to cover in this tutorial is creating content for your students. So basically you just have to click on the Contenido button, which is the content button. And as you can see, I've created quite a lot of content for my students already. But for expedience sake, I'm just going to focus on one type of content build. When you click on Build Content, you're given quite a few options. One of the ones that I like is the web link, and I'll show you why. What I've done here is I've created a grammar quiz. It'll give the students immediate feedback. And how did I do that? I created a gradable quiz using Google Forms and Frubaloo. You can watch one of my tutorials on how to create gradable quizzes using Google Forms and Frubaloo. But for now, I'll show you what the end result is. The student clicks on the link and they're immediately brought to this quiz. Once they take the quiz and submit it, they'll get a grade right back. So they'll know how they're doing without having to wait for a teacher to grade their work. Now, how did I create the actual content? Well, like I said, I created the gradable quiz using Google Forms and Frubaloo, and then came over here, added the web link, and gave it a name. So I wanted to make the name quite evident for the students that it would be a grammar quiz based on Unit 1. And all I had to do is copy and paste the URL, the Universal Resource Link, into this spot right here. I get this when you finish creating your Google form and you want to share the form. You can get a short link from there. Another step I took was to type in some simple instructions for my students. You could add attachments, pictures, or any other information that you want to provide your students right here. The web link option, I decided to go with open in a new window. I like this feature, but you don't have to. Last but not least is setting up the schedule. You can go into quite a lot of detail here. You could track the number of views. You could permit users to view this content right away. Or you could set it up to display after a particular date and time. There's a nice handy calendar here. And then, of course, a timestamp. This is a really helpful feature when you don't want students to be able to do the activity after a certain due date has expired. So anyways, that's how you can create an easy web link to some activity that you've created outside of Blackboard. In future tutorials, I plan on providing you information on how to build other content, such as items, audio, and video. Well, thank you for using this tutorial today. I hope you learned something. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to send me an email. I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you so much. Cheers.